All right, what's going on, y'all? So today is another trading recap video for Trading to Freedom series that I started. And the topic of this video is stop fucking trading. And I'll explain to you why that is the topic for today. But let's get into this recap, show you guys what I did, what was going through my head. All right, boom. So we're here on the chart. This is the 5-minute charts of ES on the left and Q on the right. I took two setups. Took one last night during Asia session, and I took one this morning during New York. Let's start off with the Asian session very quickly. So I'm gonna get into more of why I took this setup in the end of the video, toward when I talk about the topic. But basically, yeah, I was expecting price to expand higher during Monday Open at least, or during Asia, because Asia users give us more of expansion moves. And I swear to God, I never learned when it comes to Asia session. Like it's actually a 50-50 if it's gonna be an expansion or pure consolidation, right? And like, why am I going off chance? Like, it was just so stupid of me. So extremely regret taking this trade, but I did it, and I'm gonna show you guys here. I had a tight stop loss, hoping that price would hold the swing low. Like it kind of was. We weren't really breaking our own lows here. The retracements are very small and minimal, and I was hoping to reach into this imbalance here. But as soon as I took that trade, price chopped and just fucking actually wicked me out right there, and then continued to come down and then delivered during London. But enough about that. Fuck that trade. Let's talk about the second setup that I took, which actually was respectable, and I'm not angry about it. So with this trade here on the 5-minute, I saw that. Let's put up the kill zones here. I saw that London delivered higher, creating this high. And pre-market manipulated London lows and Asia lows. So I was like, okay, so my next draw is definitely gonna be London highs. I wasn't even thinking about these imbalances here because I was like, this is Monday. If you think about this week by week on the higher time frame analysis, if you guys study ICT at all, AMD, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. And how does that work on a weekly basis? Well, Mondays usually are your accumulation phase. Sometimes Tuesday. It all kind of mixes and matches a little bit, but it's usually generally Mondays are accumulation, so you're going to get pure consolidation. But unless it's a high impact news Monday, you'll have a lot of big moves. It'll create the high or the low for the week, but it's genuinely the lowest probability setups are on Mondays. Tuesday and Wednesdays are great days to trade because those are the manipulation days where price likes to manipulate previous week highs or lows. It'll manipulate, and then Thursday and Fridays is our distribution days where price will distribute after manipulating and distribute the opposite direction or continue the previous trend. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays are generally the best days to trade. Because highest probability sells because those are manipulation and distribution days. This might be common knowledge, but I just want to give advice if anyone doesn't know. That's usually how it works week by week. So coming to this day, I already knew that, okay, this is gonna be a pretty choppy day. Especially because there wasn't very much higher time frame targets because of the fact that we had just delivered from this huge retracement. I mean, I wasn't expecting price to come and fill this gap or anything right there. And I definitely wasn't expecting price to continue lower because we fully filled this our daily imbalance. This is a whole daily imbalance. I'll show you right here on the daily chart. We completely filled it and respected it. So I was like, all right, price is definitely not going to continue lower to these lows that I have marked out. No chance. So it was kind of a no man's zone day. It was really shitty. Like I really wish I didn't trade. I hope you guys didn't trade. But let me show you why I took this setup and what was my confirmation. So New York opened a bit lower. I was expecting either NQ or ES to take these lows out, or this high resistance here, and NQ ended up doing that right around here. We took out the high resistance, creating SMT. But what I waited for this candle right here, this candle to fully close on the 5-minute, fully closed, and then as soon as it closed, I bought as soon as it got closed. It was very scary though because I had my stop loss actually right here. What was it? Right here. Yeah, I had it right there on that candle. And price, as soon as that next candle opened, so close to my stop loss. I was shitting bricks. And then my TP was London highs. So, off the bat, there isn't a lot of confirmation in this trade. So that's why I sized low. But also, I had to size low no matter what because I almost had my daily loss. And with the loss from the Asian session trade, I was about 75% of my daily loss limit that I set for myself. And so I shouldn't even traded this morning, but I did. And once price took these highs out, I set my stops to break even, and then I was still targeting these London highs up here, and then price ended up shooting down off this fair value gap right here, this little 5-minute gap right there, coming down and taking me out for break even today. And after that, blocked myself, got out the charts, and I was done. But if you notice, if I would have set my stop loss to the SMT, this would have played out, as you can see. But and then also, from 8:30 or 8:40 when I took this trade, this would have taken TP to hit at 11:55. So in 3 hours, this is a 3-hour trade, which is just not realistic in my eyes for me personally. But maybe this is something I have to learn and I could potentially do on a shitty Monday. But I think I'd rather just not fucking trade than put myself through this stress. Nonetheless, I took the trade, broke even, didn't lose, which is great. I'm still happy with the fact that I took it, followed my rules, and I broke even. You know, I didn't lose. I was still on a losing red day because of the Asia session trade, but I didn't make the loss worse. There's that. That's the trade for today. I hope you guys either didn't trade, or if you did trade, win, but realize that today was still a shitty day to trade, because after the tariff announcement by Trump, we had that huge retracement, and it was just... everyone was confused. No one really knew what to expect, right? You had all these different people saying different things, but we didn't really know what to expect. Let's talk about the topic of today's video. Okay, so for today's topic is stop fucking trading. Just stop trading. That is the topic for today's video, and that's because I'm showcasing my mistakes here, specifically with the Asian session trade I took, right? The reason I took that trade was so stupid and selfish, honestly. My initial bias with this whole retracement, this huge move down that we had after Trump's tweet, was that, okay, this is a retracement, right? Because you looked at, I showed you on the daily candle that price fully filled that daily gap and respected it. And this isn't like anything, like I was looking at previous market data, what happened in 2021 and the beginning of this year as well, when we had that huge retracement. But this news event wasn't nearly as impactful or as global as those events were back in 2021 and beginning of this year. It wasn't nearly as big. So I was like, okay, there's no way we're gonna be continuing lower. Like, this would be insane. That was my bias, at least. And after watching a few videos and reading some economic data, I came across a few videos just confirming and just telling me that, like, yeah, this is, basically agreeing with my bias and what I thought was gonna happen for the day. And then there was like these, leverage traders taking long positions from this off this retracement. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take longs tonight and expect Asia session to open higher, or like continue higher and expand higher, with London also continue that trend. And that just didn't happen. Like, analytically, right, this was stupid because I had such a tight stop loss. I'm going for like a fucking 1 to 3, like it or something stupid, right? So this was just an awful trade, and it was because I listened to other people. It made me second guess myself, and that's the problem that a lot of people have. A lot of unprofitable traders or beginner traders have, just like me, where like you're already kind of not confident. You already second guess yourself as is because you're unprofitable. So you second guess yourself sometimes. You're like, damn, last time I did this, I lost, and last time I did this, that happened, whatever. So the fact that you're listening to all these people talk and they sound so convincing and confident in what they're saying, and they're profitable. I mean, they clearly have, the experience, and they clearly have the data to show that they are profitable people. But once you start listening to other people's opinions and then taking it to heart, then you just start contradicting yourself. Then you're just fucked. You're in a space where, like, you're thinking, okay, this was my bias, this is my idea, but this guy thinks otherwise. So maybe I should change up my rules, and that you're fucked there. That's fucked. Or you're in a boat where what happened with me, where you have an idea of something that's gonna happen, right? A bias, and someone agrees with that bias and confirms it, and then it makes you just act without waiting for confirmation, basically. And that's in traders terms, I guess I could put that, right? You start acting without confirmation because you just heard one other person say, oh yeah, this is what I think's gonna happen too. So it's like, it's just, like I said, psychological fucking warfare, bro, out here. It's literally insane. And that's the advice I can give to you and myself is stop fucking trading, bro. Just fucking stop trading. You trade on a New York AM, you trade up AM session, that's the only time you trade. Don't take any other session. You trade London, that's the only time you trade. Don't even look at Asia. Don't look at Asia while it's going. You can look at it for while you're on London session about to take a trade, but don't be camping on fucking Asia or New York or PM or anything like that because you don't trade that day. So stop trading. And that's just the best way that's just the best way I can put it in words. Because like I said, when it comes to trading is stop. I'm not chasing wins, right? I don't want to win more. I'm trying to lose less. How do you lose less? By taking less trades, right? That's my goal. My goal isn't to win more. It's to lose less. Because if you try to win more, then you have all these psychological fucking challenges coming through your way, and then if any, you're just gonna spiral. So that's my philosophy, and I learned that from other people. That's not like what I made up or anything. Learned that from other people saying that like you should just stop chasing wins and try to mitigate your losses. That's what you're going for. That's my goal. So yeah, that's my advice today and my topic for today's video. I really hope that I could help some people out. I want to catch you guys in the next video. Let me know if you have any questions, concerns, comments, comment down below. Follow me on Instagram, gio.mayorga with 2 A's. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to continue to see more content. I'll catch you all in the next episode. Peace out.